good afternoon. I'm gonna go ahead and post my latest episode. It's actually kind of a compilation from the last few weeks about working on the boat, and then we're gonna start hunkering down here. It is Monday afternoon. We're expecting a major hurricane here in Tampa Tuesday night through Thursday, so time to start taking some of this stuff down, boarding up windows and all that fun stuff. And I'll try to take a couple of videos along the way, before and after. Please be praying for the Tampa area and some of those gorgeous shots I had in the last episode. You saw all those houses along the intercoastal waterway. They're all going to be completely underwater with this storm surge. So kind of glad we got some videos beforehand, and a lot about to happen here. So anyway, just wanted to do a quick intro video. Gonna go ahead and get this done and posted, and we'll touch base after the storm. Okay, good morning. I am on the hardtop of the boat, working on a project I've had ready to go in the garage for quite some time. It's supposed to get some rain this afternoon, so I'm going to try and do everything up here pretty quick. But I've got the mounting plate for a new radar base and also new light bar that's going to go up here. Just have the base at the moment. This is the mounting template, so I'm going to try and remove all of this stuff, like I said, while the sun's still out, get the holes drilled, and at least get everything bolted down up here. This is just kind of the start of a long-term project on this boat, kind of a next level thing. Eventually want to get a radar, but this, in the meantime, I'm just going to replace this cheaper light bar and get the base plate installed today. So going to get started on that, mark everything that we need, and get some holes drilled. Okay, first step was removing this old light bar that was up here. That was screwed down here, so trying to remove all the sealant, get this nice and flat. Okay, so the mounting plate, this is actually what we're mounting here, this stainless steel base. Just lining up the holes here, trying to make sure it's pointing in the right direction. It actually goes this way, but I want to line it up both ways. So that looks good. I need to go ahead and get the screws drilled. Okay, so for mounting, holes are drilled along with my cable pass-through hole. Had to make sure it was just large enough to get this massive Garmin Marine network cable through, which is basically an Ethernet cable. Okay, since this is an above the waterline application, we're going to be using the 4200 sealant, not the 5200. A lot of people make the mistake of using the 5200 on applications like this, and that is meant for permanent installations. This 4200 works fantastic, and then the acetone is what we can use to clean up everything that squeezes out around all the mounting holes. Okay, mounting plate is on there. Actually came with this basically a gasket at the bottom here, which seals all the way around. So just had the sealant in the bolts. Actually didn't squeeze out much at all, so that looks pretty good. So definitely not going anywhere. Next step's going to be the plate that mounts here, and then the light bar attaches in the back and comes out the side. So gonna get started on that next. Just a quick shot from a different angle, kind of see what the base is going to look like up there. So looks pretty good. I like that stainless steel finish, kind of makes it pop a little bit. Okay, last step of the mount is the mounting base. Screw that down, and then we have the stainless steel light bar that's going to replace the one we just removed. So this light attaches on the back here, so that should be pretty to get the screws started. Okay, base is on there and not going anywhere. Okay, light bar is installed, so we just need to go down below and hook that up. Everything else we need is here, so looks pretty good. Okay, we are ready for part 2 now. I've got both the Garmin network connector and the power cable run down through the base, and have the radome ready to go. And one of the cool things about these sea views is they have the holes that you need. You tell them which model you have and they've got them pre-marked to drill out. So those 4 studs should fit right in those holes. It should set right on there. So we're going to give that a shot. Like a glove, sits right on there. All right, quick view of the finished product. Light bar installed, and radome is bolted down. So okay, so this was an absolute headache. Had to get each of these wires in the right pin in order to splice this network cable. But anyway, I'm about to crimp that down and hopefully it will communicate with the radar, and I did it right. And the colors are in the right places. So don't recommend this. If you don't have to cut these network cables, don't do it. But unfortunately I had to in order to get it to fit through all of this steel tubing. But I'm gonna put this together, crimp it down, and give it a shot.
Okay, last step were the power connections. Luckily I've got a separate breaker or fuse block up here in the radio box, so just connected the power. Going to now fire up the chart plotter and see if they're communicating.
Okay, good morning. Yesterday finished up all of the radar install, and today going out to do some initial calibration, some testing. First time out on the boat in about almost 2 months, so kind of nice to get out here. We've got a little bit of rain coming in this afternoon, so gonna go try and enjoy the morning while we can, see how everything's working out, and real excited to kind of see what this radar looks like on the chart plotter and get some of those settings dialed in. And also curious if we can see some of the rain bands moving in and get those picked up on screen, kind of get used to what that looks like. So anyway, almost out on the marina here and gonna get started. All right, we're entering Hurricane Pass, rounding Honeymoon Island here. Obviously we've got some weather offshore. We're just gonna go out for just a little bit. We're at low tide right now, so you can see the sandbar. You're gonna have to watch it going out of this inlet here. Be real careful today. But a beautiful, calm morning before the storm right now. Okay, so I intentionally came out. I knew we had some storms offshore, and you can see that rain cluster ahead of me, and we've got, you know, clear weather behind, so I can get back before this gets ahead of me, or I get into it. But so just doing a little test on the radar today and see if we can see here. So I'm zoomed out, and you can see this is the rain band ahead of me here. There it is, it's showing up there. See 2 distinct rain bands, looking a little ominous on the screen there. So but if I zoom back in, I've got nothing around me. You can see that we are, there's Starship showing up, actually 5 miles from land. So really cool. What I really enjoyed on the way out was being able to see everything from the buoy markers, and maybe I'll show you that on the way in, and then also everything from, we had some kayakers off Honeymoon Island, and the radar was picking up those kayakers clear as day, and I could do a overlay, which is kind of my new favorite. Well, now I gotta find my combo here, but chart sonar, oh, maybe I lost it, combo 7. So on that combo, it's actually telling me where I am on the screen. I can see my sonar here, and it is going to overlay my radar echo trails on the chart. And anyone with a chart plotter radar knows some of this, but it's kind of cool now that I actually have all this information on the screen. You can see these are the echoes we're getting off of Clearwater Beach. Gonna get to use it a little bit more today. Obviously we've got rain coming, so not gonna be out here too long, but wanted to get a nice initial testing done and see how everything works. So here's a little bit better view. I changed the settings a little bit, and I can actually see the rain bands now pretty well right there, and it's tracking it. That green icon is tracking the storm, and I can watch that and see which direction it's moving. Obviously I'm pointed at it right now, but so I can see on the radar clear as day what I've got ahead of me, and then I have an option to do a trail on it. It'll show me exactly which way it's moving. Wow, that is just a beautiful storm. Looks pretty ominous, but it is staying away from me right now. We've got some sun off to the east, so keeping an eye on it. Going to head over to Three Rooker Island for lunch, and then head back in from there, hopefully ahead of the rain this afternoon. Well, we're trying to outrun the rain. It did finally show up. So last little look today on our tests, now that it's raining. I was looking at these, trying to figure out what these markers were, and then I realized that there's little stakes that mark the channel to that marina over there. They're real small little stakes that stick out of the water, but they're showing up clear as day on the radar. And then this here is the bridge that's right in front of us. So very cool, very happy with it. Time to get back in. The rain's coming for us. Well, we made it back just in time for the rain. Guess we should get her out of the water. It was a nice morning while it lasted.